O'Connor. Hey, O'Connor, your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Come to us for your news and opinions. We got a voice. There is no choice. We're some boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast, it's like cruiserweight action. Your house is a perfect distraction. Papa see your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Swallow.
What's up, guys? What's cracking? Hollywood House in your house. We here. We ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are ready to make a movie. I hope you guys are with the shits, because I'm with the shits. And I'm ready to talk a little wrestling. That is right. You already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to professional wrestling. And you guys know me. I be out here chilling, all right? I be out here chilling, doing my thing, enjoying some wrestling. And here I am again on another Tuesday, coming to y'all live on Facebook, coming to y'all live on X. Some of y'all call it Twitter. I call it the Twitter machine. Some of y'all call it's called different things, all right? But we out here on IG. We out here, man, we out here on Twitch. We out here on YouTube. And man, usually I give y'all my Monday Night Raw solo shot. And I'm gonna still give you that work. You guys are getting some extra content. That's what's going down. All right. Because I had a chance to actually get a guest on this Tuesday. And you guys know we're kind of digging back into the guest a little bit. I just got a chance to go over to the Pope's point of view, the Pope Elijah Burke, and I hosted his podcast, Stepped In, and I got a chance to interview a great talent in KC Navarro. So if you haven't got a chance to listen to that interview, that episode of Pope's Point of View, go back and listen to it. It was a producer takeover with myself and producer Red Hypocrisy Jones on this show. But today, y'all, I'm tickled. Oh yeah, I'm so tickled. You know why? Because I get to talk to one of my favorite wrestlers right now, y'all. That is not an exaggeration, all right? I get a chance to go and do commentary at Emerge Wrestling in Columbus, Indiana. And I've been at Emerge. A lot of you guys who've listened to the show know that my longtime relationship with Emerge. They've been dealing with me for about 3 years now. 3 years. And it's been a great working relationship where I've got to do many things, manage and produce and now do commentary, backstage correspondence. But in that time, you get a chance to meet a lot of amazing people that come through and just you're like, wow, this is a different type of talent right here. And you see at a place like Emerge, you get a chance to see a lot of them. But not a lot of them kind of stick with you. Not a lot of them, you get a chance to really see that progression from the very beginning and leading up to where they are at now, and just to see that continuous progression. Well, I'm happy to say that the guest that I was able to get is somebody who I've seen that progression pretty much from the beginning up until now. And it's been gradual and it's been a grind. And I'm somebody, if you heard this podcast, I believe there's beauty in the grind. There's beauty in the struggle, and I've got a chance to see this cat struggle and grind. And it's been all grit. And man, now I get a chance to actually pick his brain and bring him on. That is No Limits, Matt Diesel, bro. Welcome to In Your House.
Oh, what's going on, Con? Thanks for having me on here, man. Let's get it. Let's have some fun today.
It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be a great, great show here because I got a lot of questions for you, bro. I've always been interested to, when it's like we was talking a little bit before we went on the show, how you are at a show and you wish you could kind of pick somebody's brain a little bit more and talk to them a little bit more. But like you said, you're so locked in trying to get your thing situated, trying to tap into who you are, that it's like you don't really have that time to, give and kind of take, and conversation and knowing and trying to get to know a person is really a lot of give and take. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So, yeah. Right on.
Yeah, so I'm happy to be able to bring you on and have this conversation, bro. And I'm just going to jump right into it. We're already getting a lot of motion in the chat. So if you guys have comments, if you guys out there in the household have questions for Matt Diesel, just go ahead and ask, because I'm definitely going to drop them here in the chat. Ask them to my man. He's a great up and coming talent. And you guys out there in the household have this type of access to him. You might as well take advantage of it, because we are asking questions to Matt Diesel. But I have a question for Matt Diesel, and that is this: where did this professional wrestling start for Matt Diesel? And I don't mean like the training, because we'll definitely get to that. But I mean, where did when did professional wrestling hit you in your life?
It hit me at an early age, Con. Honestly, it hit me at 5 years old. Whenever my dad was in the living room watching something on the TV, and I saw it was like Monday Night Raw, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, let me go in here and see what this is about." So I crawled up in there, right? Yeah. I'm all curious about what's on the TV and stuff. So I see Shelton Benjamin and Shawn Michaels in the match, guarantee you not, where HBK super kicked Benjamin in midair. If you remember that, I'm pretty sure everybody remembers. Yes, that was the one that caught my eye. But man, it's just been amazing how wrestling's caught my eye at that early age. So 5 years old and still, chasing my dream almost, 19, 20 years later is just amazing.
Yeah, man. I definitely dig that, bro. I dig seeing your journey. So, like, man, I want to ask you, like, you're 5 years old when you discover your love for professional wrestling. Absolutely. I guess my next question is, at what point did you realize that this is something that you want to do with your life?
Man, I realized this whenever I was in school, man. I would always tell people, hey, I want to be a professional wrestler. Teachers even asked me, what do you want to do? Become a professional wrestler. I mean, that's just all I wanted to be. And I get the negative feedback from it, get the laughs from it. I'm like, okay, I'm soaking it all in, but watch how I really take off and pursue my dreams while you guys are just sitting there doubting me, laughing, not, having any type of faith in me to do this type of thing. But I'm out doing it, so I'm enjoying what I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of people are enjoying what you do. I mean, like you've grown so much, bro, and it's really great to see in real time, because myself, I'm somebody who in my lifetime has seen so much in my life that now that I live the life that I live, and I truly appreciate the life that I live, I try to live in the moment,
Absolutely.
Every moment, live in that moment. So when I think about the moments that I've had in my life with Matt Diesel, they've all been positive. Whether we were talking backstage, whether we were conversing about music, or whether I'm sitting in the best seat in the house watching you have match of the night and being part of a standing ovation, an ovation of a crowd applauding you in appreciation of the match that you gave. I've enjoyed seeing your growth real time. So that kind of leads me to my next question. And then I have a few questions here in the chat for you, and we're definitely going to get to those. We got them. But I want to ask you, man, at what point did you start training to become a wrestler, and how did you become privy to professional wrestling training?
So I started professional wrestling training in summer of 2018, a little bit after I graduated high school. Okay. So I wanted to continue that right away, because I was like, man, I'm going to make something out of myself, make something out of life. So why not just get to work now and, see what the rest does at the end. But I mean, as far as now, is me training up until this point, I've gotten a lot better. I found better resources in my life, including the Hot Fire, the Young Goat, Myron Reed. Y'all know
Love
him,
him.
man.
Oh yeah.
Shout out, yeah,
Former
he's
In Your
doing.
House guest.
Yes, he's doing his thing in TNA. Shout out to him, man. All over the
Yes.
world. And I gotten help from Larry D too. He even trained me as well up at Legends Academy Pro. So
Yes.
shout out to Larry D and Myron for giving me that further knowledge and further you know, stuff that I needed to like plug
Yeah.
in the stuff that is happening for me now. So man, it's only getting up from here, man. I feel myself getting better and elevating every day. So I'm blessed that I'm in the position I am now.
Yeah, man.
And,
It's
and it's and it's
Go
paying
ahead.
off. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
paying off.
Yeah, I see it. I really do see it. I see that trajectory, and I've been around for a little while, and I have a unique relationship with you wrestlers. It's a relationship like I I and many others have compared it to like a Paul Heyman or like a Jim Ross or different types of managers, Bobby Heenan and stuff. How we have how
Mhm.
guys like myself have a unique relationship with talent, and I pride myself in that. I
Yes,
really do, because
absolutely.
I get a chance to be in those locker rooms and be you know, part of y'all,
Hmm.
and to
Hmm.
me, that's cool. And
Yeah.
I enjoy that. That puts a great joy in my life. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
I feel you.
But
I feel you 100%.
yes, yeah, it puts a great joy in my life. So I got Joshua Joseph here in the comments, and he has a question. I want to make sure we get to our fan questions here. Uh, where does the diesel part come from? Where did you draw inspiration for the name?
Oh, okay, that is a good question. So I did idolize one of the legends, Kevin Nash, Big
Yeah.
Diesel.
Yes.
That's where
Yes.
that came. That's where that absolutely came from first.
That's cool.
But back in high school when I was on the football team and the wrestling team, one of my best friend's dads gave me the name. Started calling me Matt Diesel. I mean, I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
and I heard it from the crowd, and he was like, Matt Diesel. I was like, hey, well, I'm going through with this then. Shoot, so I'm gonna use this
Yeah.
for like a future, name or something in wrestling. I'll save it for something. But luckily, it was not the name that I first started with. I started with something else, but then I transcended into Matt Diesel. So it's like I had to start from the ground up to build up to
Yeah.
that category name. So that's where that basically started at, man. So
That's cool.
yeah.
That's dope. I like that story, bro. So where did No Limit come from? Where did No Limit? No limit.
Oh, came from my two favorite rappers, G Herbo and Juice World. They would always say "No Limit" in one of their bars that they do, and I've always used that to my knowledge of being like, okay, I like hip hop, I love hip hop, and no limit means you keep going. There's no ceiling. You know, reach for the stars, keep chasing your dreams until you can't no more. So
I'm
that's
old, bro. I'm so old, bro. Come on, bro. No limit. Soldier Love. Where's Master
And, uh,
P?
and and Master P
Master
too,
P.
man. Shout out to Master P. Hey, I wasn't in that era, man. To be honest,
I know,
but
bro. I
respect,
know.
respect, respect.
I
Yeah.
just always, it was for me, man. You had to be around those times because it was either Master P and the No Limit Soldiers, or it was Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys. But I went out, I bought both albums, bro, because I loved them both.
Man, Lil Wayne's always been an inspiration to me as well, man. So shout out to him too. Another goat. You know.
Man, for real, he really is.
Yes.
He really is, bro. I got a chance to see
Absolutely.
him. I got a chance to actually see him over here in Indianapolis back in like 2007, like when
Oh wow.
Lollipop was hot. It was that hot summer where
Oh
he would, yeah,
yeah.
when he was on every single feature for the entire year, and he was just like you could not put on the radio and not hear Lil Wayne. Like
Right.
he was
Exactly.
putting in, like he was working, bro, working.
He was too over prime Wheezy at that.
Yeah. He
You know.
was. He was. Yeah, he was super wheezy, bro.
Oh
He
my
was super
gosh.
wheezy.
Absolutely.
So I got my man here in the chat, Hypocrisy Jones, and he has a question. Professional wrestling can be a muddy business. How are you learning to traverse those waters?
Well, man, it is a upside down business, but either way, you just can't be involved in like in sort of the mess that kind of goes on because you kind of
Yeah.
see that you kind of see that every day. You know what I'm talking about, my brother.
Oh
When
yeah.
they be posting all the stuff on X, the IG stuff, you
Yep.
know, calling
Hmm.
out people and stuff. I stay away from that, man. I stay in my own lane. I don't do any of that stuff. So like I'm just focused on myself and what needs to be accomplished. That stuff, that's how you learn to traverse the waters with that. Just stay in your own lane and do right by yourself, you know, keep your same energy and keep your character good and you'll be all right. Promise you that.
Hey man,
Yes.
that's not just true in wrestling. That's true in life. Like,
Everything adapts to everything in life. It does.
yes,
Yes.
yes. Your mindset at such a young age is like definitely like you 25 moving like you 40, bro.
24 actually. I'll be 25 in November.
Really? Okay,
Yep,
okay. Oh,
yep.
cool. See,
Yes,
man,
sir.
I remember those years, man. I remember those years, good years. But man,
Man,
you're taking those years and you're making the most of it because you've already have really built a great bridge for yourself in professional wrestling.
yeah,
And I mean, people see it, you know what I'm saying? Like people see it, the work that you do, the work that you've done, and like you are clearly somebody who has a I've said it before to you, you have a good head on your shoulders, but
hmm
you move in such a way that it's like you are so focused on the goal, you're so focused on the vision,
got
and
to be, you got to
gotta
be.
be. So, like, let me ask you this: how do you stay so focused with you being a young man? You're past those informative years. You're in those years where you could be out, partying, and I'm sure you do that from time to time. You know what I'm saying? You could be out partying, you could be out ripping and running and doing stuff like that. What keeps you motivated to keep yourself in good condition and keep yourself in the mindset of competing on a weekly basis, whether it be one, two, or maybe even three shows in a weekend, and keeping that mindset of where you want to be at and the end goal, whatever that is, and we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Got you. But man, the reason like here's how I stay locked in, Con. Um, I get up every morning or some part of the day, I make sure I hit the gym. Or at least every time when I wake up, I'll hit 25 push-ups or 50, even 50 crunches. That's how you start the day locked in mentally. So it's me hitting the gym, studying tape for wrestling, if that, watching a Kobe Bryant motivational video because those will always keep me going. And it's like, I channel that all week and just, get prepared for whatever is next that's on my plate. And that's mainly what I gotta focus on, man. I don't, do all the partying and riffing and running too much. That I mean, that was back when I was like younger and stuff. But now
Yeah.
I'm focused on like bigger and better things, and the eyes just gotta stay on the prize if you want to reach those riches, and not stay with the rags.
Yeah, I agree
So,
with that.
absolutely.
That's a good point, man. So like you talk about you're 24 now, you're in your Kobe year, you know, and I brought that up for a reason. I said that for a reason. That was very intentional because you talked about those Kobe Bryant motivational videos that you watch, and like I know that my broadcasting partner, John Gates, brings up a lot on when we're calling your matches on
hmm
commentary for Emerge Wrestling out of
hmm
Columbus, Indiana.
hmm
He quotes Kobe Bryant a lot. He says you draw inspiration from that. Could we talk a little bit about your inspiration from Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality that you carry? What did Kobe Bryant like mean to you in your life?
Uh, you know, you live through adversities, so you got to go through them, and that's what it takes in life to be successful. You know what I mean? And like another one too, dedication makes dreams come true. So always it's always being dedicated to what you love doing. Always be dedicated to getting up, going to the gym whenever you don't want to. And it's like, you got to channel in everything. And Kobe just inspires me in so many ways to chase your dreams, never give up, you know, rest at the end, but don't rest now because you still got a lot of work to do and a lot of ladders to climb and a lot of people to prove wrong. And he's not wrong about it in those motivational videos, bro. So that's what I take in and I just lock in mentally and just get to the work, get to the grind. That's what all I'm about, bro, with this Mamba mentality stuff. Keeping my head down and staying focused.
Yeah, man. I
Yes.
I love that because I follow that too. You know, I remember back in the 90s, I grew up in Los Angeles,
Uh-huh.
and going up there, I remember always watching and watching Laker games on local uh, Los Angeles television. And I always remember the LA Lakers play on KCAL 9. They had a little jingle and whatnot before they would go to commercials and stuff. But I remember watching a young Kobe Bryant and,
Man.
Afro Kobe, Afro Kobe.
Hey,
Yes, man.
we're the number 8 Kobe. Yeah.
Yes, number 8 Afro Kobe. I remember him coming off the bench at the beginning at his because he started off the bench because he got traded from the Charlotte Hornets, I believe, on draft day.
It
And
was. Yep.
Charlotte Hornets on draft day, and they brought him off the bench for that first year. It didn't take long for him to come off that bench and and become a starter, and he just captivated everybody. As he grew and we saw the development of Kobe Bryant, whether him winning championships with Shaq, then going out and winning a championship with Pau Gasol, and then in the 81 point game, ending his career on a 60-point game, and everything that he's meant to the league since his retirement and even after his passing. It's crazy to see, like, even this newer generation, like y'all, and like even my son too, are like super inspired by everything that he meant. And just like, I feel like a lot of people in that moment when Kobe was saying all the stuff that you guys are taking in now, that you guys are taking to heart now, that there's resonating with you younger generation now. I feel like when he was saying it at the time he was saying it, we wasn't listening well enough. But you guys, the younger generation, you guys are really soaking in that information. And I really love to see it. I love to see Kobe has had such a profound effect on so many young people, man. And we talk about you being locked in. We talk about everything that you've done, and we talk about everything that you aspire to do. And I really want to tap into that a little bit, like, and we will. But another question that I had for you is, who is it that inspired? Yeah, who is it that inspired Matt Diesel? Could you give me some names of I mean, they obviously some wrestlers, but like anybody that inspired Matt Diesel to become Matt Diesel. But I would like to hear at least a couple wrestlers that you watched growing up that was like, I want to be like him, or I want to do this like him, or I want to do that move like him, or I want to give me some names here.
No, I got you. Okay. First one's first. First things first. Jeff Hardy.
Okay, big. Okay, cool.
Yes, sir. Second is Rey Mysterio. Gotta throw Rey in the mix, man. 3, Cena.
John Cena, yes.
I could never see him my whole lifetime. That's crazy. Okay. Here's kind of some other ones. The Rock.
The Rock, love The Rock.
Got to. Randy Orton.
Yes,
So those are about top 5 wrestlers that I'd say.
Apex Predator, okay.
Yes, sir. And here's some other names outside of wrestling that did inspire me. Of course, Kobe, LeBron, and Tom Brady.
Okay, Tom Brady, Tom Brady guy.
Yes, sir.
It's the thing that all those names outside of wrestling have in common, and even some of the, like a lot of the ones that you named, maybe all of them, is that they have that drive, they have that determination, that motivation to push through things and just be great on another level. you know, like that's big right
Honorary,
there.
honorary Allen Iverson too.
AI,
Yep.
a lot of people talk about AI, and transition into basketball for a quick second. We
Go
live
ahead.
in a time where it's like there's a lot of ring culture. Like
It
the
is.
amount of rings matter, and I think the amount rings do matter, but like, what about somebody like Allen Iverson who completely changed the way we look at the game, the way he changed the atmosphere of the game. I remember back before Allen Iverson, people were coming to press conferences, like post game press conferences. They was all suited and booted up. Had the nice, it was cool and everything. There was no problem with it. But then you had Allen Iverson, who's coming, he's got the braids, and he's coming in the throwback jersey,
Tight neck braids, man.
yeah,
Tight neck
yep,
braids.
yep. He's coming there. He got his mom braiding his hair for him mid game. He just brought the tattoos. He just brought that cult. Like, he was so himself that the league had to adjust to him. So I always feel like somebody like Allen Iverson, who's a culture changer in mainstream media, period, is always a good answer to have. And those are some great names, man, that you
Man.
put out there, like a heavy list. And I think that those are good expectations to set for yourself. And like, we talk about expectations, and we're over here, just got a couple of comments here on IG Live. We got the Wrestle Nerds, who said, good to see Diesel with some gold. And then we have Team the Dream 12, Champ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your tag team partner there is there,
Hey,
champ.
No Limit Demons, man. We on top of the
Yes.
Midwest, baby.
Out here, bro, out here. And we're definitely going to talk about that. We still got things to talk about here, most definitely. But I want to talk about some of your aspirations in the professional wrestling business. I feel like that I always like to know, like, I love to know where talents like you are from, but I also like to know where you guys are looking to go to. So, like, what is success for Matt Diesel? I'm sure you already feel like you're a success now. You've already done all the things that you set out to do up to this point, but what are some new goals that you have for yourself as you grow and evolve?
Okay, man. I'm glad we're on this topic because like you said, I have accomplished a lot of things throughout my 4.5 year, almost 5 year career in wrestling.
Yeah.
But I want to do more. There's a lot more that I want to do and a lot more I want to accomplish. And with that being said, the shows I'm targeting to get on is GCW,
Yeah.
Deadlock Pro.
Cool. Yeah.
I like to try out, New Japan Pro if I want.
Oh yeah.
Man, definitely. PWG, Pro Wrestling Gorilla
Yeah, it's
out in
Gorilla out there
Cali.
in
Yeah,
Cali.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, man. West Coast, all of the places, man. Like I want the work and I'm here for it. And it's only gonna get better if I get the most work and I put in the work to get better. So, it's all up from here.
Yeah, man, I agree with you.
So
Yo, you got to try to get out to Vegas, bro. Vegas is quickly becoming a hotspot for wrestling
yes,
again.
yes, yes. That's where I want to wrestle at too, man. That's another city and state I want to cross off the list, most definitely.
I was
That is.
I went to Vegas and I managed Paragon and Sam Knight at Versus Pro, and this was back in 2021. We went out to Vegas, and it was a 3-day gaming, anime, and wrestling convention. And
Oh yeah.
man, it was such an incredible 3-day event. Vegas is amazing. It's growing.
Uh-huh.
It's thriving as a wrestling city. There's rumors that next year's WrestleMania could possibly be either there or Minneapolis, but those are the two that's kind of getting thrown up in the air. Me, if it's Vegas, I'm gonna have to pull up because I love Vegas. Like,
I might have to get a plane ticket too, man. Vegas, wow. Now we're
Yeah,
talking big
Vegas.
money.
Yeah, Vegas is great, bro. I've been to Vegas so many times in my life, and it's just a great, it's a fun place to be. But man, those are great promotions that you're wanting to be at. I could definitely easily see you on like a GCW. Those shows are always heating up. They're starting to come around this way again. They're touring pretty regularly, and I
Yeah,
think they're about
yeah,
to this summer. They're heading back to the Midwest. I'd love to see you
yes.
pull up on one of those shows and get some
I'll,
run on that.
I'll be there.
Um,
I'll be there.
I honestly like this is just me thinking like long term, like definitely like get to those other shows, but like when I think about the future, like 3-4 years down the line, and maybe you make it happen even sooner. Who knows? I could definitely see you at like a TNA. You know, I could see you there. That's
That's
just me. You know,
that's what I'm aiming for.
I could see you there.
Yep,
Like
that's what I'm
I
aiming
could
for.
that'd be an awesome spot for you, honestly. Like, is that if you say something that that you're aiming for, and you already know so many people that have pulled up there and are doing great things there, man. I think that's something that could come in time, man, most definitely. But right now we're looking at what you're doing now, and I get a chance to see a lot of that action out of Merge Wrestling. But I got to talk about what's on your shoulder right there, and that is
Oh,
yes, that Paradigm
Paradigm
Tag
Pro
Team.
Wrestling Tag Team
Yes,
Championship, man. Just won
yes,
him
you
Saturday.
Wrestle Arch, yes, the collaborative show between Wrestle Arch and Paradigm Pro. And man, it's like I said earlier before we went on the show, I was going to be at that show. I was booked to do backstage commentary. The promoter
Mm-hmm.
there is a great guy. But I let him know, like, hey, it's my youngest daughter's first daddy daughter dance, and my oldest daughter's last daddy daughter dance. So we went and did that, and he was real understanding. No, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we'll catch you on the next one. We want you at the next one. But I did really want to be there because I knew there was that collaboration with Paradigm Pro, and that's a place I've been wanting to try to get to myself and see
Mm-hmm.
what's up over there.
Yeah.
But you won those tag team championships with your tag team partner Nakeem Event there as the No Limit Demons, man. What was that night? What was that night like, man? Because I wish I could have been there.
Man, it was electric, bro. I mean, it was really fun. I was glad that Nakeem had returned by my side and walked in and got him some gold. So I haven't seen him in a while, so it was good catching up with him as well. And he's doing
Yeah,
he's doing he's doing real good as well, man. Just had a baby girl 3 months ago, matter of fact.
right on,
So
right
yeah,
on.
so he's been taking care of her and stuff, which I don't bash him for because that's what he's supposed to do first. Be fathers
Yes.
first. Fathers over everything.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yes.
Gotta play that dad role. And like,
Yes.
man, so I do the rundown, and I work production with Emerge Wrestling, and um they asked me a lot of my feedback and stuff as far as things. And I even said on this show last week when we were talking Emerge Wrestling, myself and Hypocrisy Jones, I said, so I've been at every Emerge show this year, and I've done commentary for every Emerge show this year because I just started doing commentary for them late last year. And I was like, I told them this is the second show in a row where Matt Diesel has been involved in my match of the night.
Mm.
And the last show, you went up against top notch Jason Hodge, who is a TNA talent,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere that you yourself aspire to be.
Yes.
And you had an incredible match that, even though you may have came up short, you were the talk of the night, as everybody was giving you an ovation as you sat there in the ring. And everybody knows you're this close. You said it yourself, you're this close.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got to ask you, the growth that you've had at Emerge Wrestling and the genuine connection that you've built with the audience there. What's that been like, and what's your Emerge journey been like for you?
Man, since I started at Emerge, man, it's been nothing but, you know, it's been nothing but great, man. I mean, from the first day I started, and like the buildup has been nothing but a blessing. And we're just, gonna keep moving forward, They're like you said, Donnie and Ricky, if they want to keep giving me bangers, keep giving me the best that they got to bring, then keep giving me that. Give me the hard hitters, and I'm there for it. You know what I mean? The work doesn't stop, and it's in my name, no limit. So I mean, that's what it is, man. So we're just gonna keep moving forward, keep the ladder climbing.
Yes, man.
Yes, yes.
I'm enjoying seeing the natural growth. You know what I'm saying? Like I love seeing the natural growth of who No Limit Matt Diesel is becoming, who you've become, and we talked a little bit about your process and everything, man,
Hmm.
and and that's been great, man. So let's talk a little bit about current wrestling real quick. Let's switch shifts a little bit in terms of like mainstream wrestling. So we here at In Your House talk a lot about this boom in wrestling that's currently happening. We've seen it a lot. We're seeing a lot of collaborations with hip hop. We're seeing a lot of collaborations with
Mm,
mainstreams like Prime Energy Drink and
yeah,
Slim Jim. They
yeah.
do stuff with Slim Jim and things of
Hmm.
that nature. We're even seeing something as huge as Wale Mania. Like we're like and Wale, everything that Wale Mania has become is a part of WrestleMania weekend. So I want to bring it to this. Like we're seeing this shift happening in wrestling where it seems like it is becoming more hip, more cool. Like the hip hop cultures are kind of taking it on. Like, how has that been for you as a young black man? How has that been to see this kind of shift where hip hop and wrestling are kind of collaborating more as we, push forward into this new generation of professional wrestling?
It's beautiful, bro. It's like what we all need. It's what we all need, man. And people are enjoying it. They're here for it. Hell, I'm here for it. I know you're here for it. And not to mention Wale Mania, I was there this past year and back
Yes, yes, that's why I
couple
brought it
back
up. Yeah,
3 weeks ago, man. That thing, man, it was lit there. I did
it was
not want to
crazy.
leave. Yeah, I did not want to leave, man. If you see RVD on the stage lighting a joint up, you don't want to leave that stage at all,
Yeah,
bro. Not at
bro.
all.
No, bro, that's wild stuff, man.
Oh man, that was a vibe. I almost said, "Pass me a mic in there." I almost did.
It's crazy. Like I love that, bro. Like that's what I love.
I
Like when
was
you get
that's crazy because I was telling Byron this whenever we were back at the hotel in Philadelphia. I was like, man, I did not want to leave Wale Mania. You know what I almost said? I said, bro, I almost said, pass me a mic. And he just got to rolling. He was screaming his ass off, dude.
that's great, man.
Oh man,
Myron is
yeah,
great, man. That's
he is.
it's so great, man. It's really so great to see the culture and professional wrestling just it's a great it's a great feeling to see in my lifetime. Absolutely.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's great seeing it hand to hand. Like even like cats like I dig the vibe that Dollar puts out, like AJ
Hmm.
Francis. Like he's
Yes,
definitely like
absolutely.
I love the like that hip hop mogul that's a professional wrestler too. I was like, man, nobody is really like hitting that character like that or has hit that character like that. And I feel like it's been tried many times, but I don't know if it's with Francis that he gives off like heavy like Suge Knight vibes, but he hits
Mm.
that role really hard. You know what I'm saying?
He kind of does give off them Suge Knight vibes, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes that character so hard, bro.
Hmm.
I want to go back to Myron real quick because I know you're real close with the young goat Myron Reed. What
You're
like your guys' relationship? Like what does that relationship with you and Myron? What does that mean to you, bro?
I'm gonna say a million things about this con.
Yeah.
It means it means a fucking lot to me because Myron, he's down to earth, one of the most humble guys you can ever meet, one of the nicest guys you can ever meet. And I mean, he took me under his wing about 4 years ago and was like, bro, I want to get you better. I see something in you. And I think you're gonna go far, bro. So we're gonna get to work. We're gonna get this training going. And if you stick with me, watch and see what happens, and watch and see where your growth is. And I believed him, and look where we're at now, and look where we're gonna keep going. And it's the same with him too, man. The stuff that he's been getting with GCW, the stuff he's
Yeah,
been getting with TNA, man. I'm so happy for that dude.
yeah,
He does. Myron Reed deserves the world. I can say that a million times a day. Myron Reed deserves the fucking world. He does. And shout out to Myron Reed, man. I love you, bro. Thank you for everything that you do for me. Honestly,
yeah. He's a
yes,
cool cat, man. For real, he's
cool
always
cat.
been good. He's always been good to me. He was an early interview. I believe I interviewed him, and it was 2019, I believe it was, that I interviewed
Mm.
Myron Reed on In Your House. And that was like my first year in podcasting.
That was
And
around the first year I had my first wrestling match in my hometown.
right on, man.
Yep,
Right on. That's
yep,
cool,
yep.
man. That's well. Now look at you, bro. Look at what you look at what you
Right.
do now. It's crazy, bro. It's really crazy. So like you went out there, you was out there for WrestleMania weekend, and you're seeing. I say this all the time. Like I feel so fortunate to be part of the business when it's like thriving as much as it is right now. It's like a really cool thing, even on a minuscule level. Like I don't trick myself into believing I'm bigger than what I am. I'm just happy to be a cog on the machine. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely. Yep.
but like
Absolutely.
for somebody like you that is going to go super far, man, it's got to be a cool time to be in the mix in professional wrestling right now, man. So you're seeing the story, you're seeing the greatness of Roman Reigns, you're seeing
Uh,
Seth Rollins be an incredible workhorse. You're seeing guys like Swerve Strickland become the first Black AEW World Heavyweight Champion. You're seeing Cody Rhodes finish that story. You're seeing guys like Gunther have great legendary Intercontinental Championship reigns. We're
mhm.
seeing the Paul Levesque era where we're seeing WWE reach new heights that it's never seen before. Seeing all that stuff, because I know you kind of, you're locked into what you're doing, but I know you see what's going on around you too. What's it like seeing so much things like that on top of TNA rebranding and thriving, Ring of Honor having a platform under the AEW banner, so much wrestling thriving right now? What's it like seeing that from your point of view?
It just makes me want it more, man. And it's it's telling me that there's options available. But I mean, there's like one option in particular that I want, but I mean, there's still the options on the table, if
Yeah,
that makes sense. Yeah,
it does. It does.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, a lot of options on the table for you, I believe.
Hmm.
And that's the beauty of what's going on in the current landscape of wrestling right now, is that
I
there are those
agree.
options.
I
So
agree.
let me ask you this. I'm just going to have you just fire them off real quick because I just want it to be off of just like what maybe a little recency bias because of what you've been studying lately, like your tape studies and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But like, give me a couple of matches that are burned in your brain as far as like great matches that inspire you.
Um, One I can say about 5 years back, I'd say. Oh, it was a Monday Night Raw match. It was Buddy Matthews, I think. Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
versus Malachi Black,
Okay.
Alistair Black at the time. Oh my gosh, they had
Was this
the they.
was this the pandemic era?
It was before the pandemic era. It
Before the
was
pandemic era.
yes,
Okay.
it was December 2019, and it was on a Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
and their chemistry is unmatched. Like
Yeah.
I could watch them wrestle for hours. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's one
Oh
match.
yeah.
That's a match that's instilled into my brain. Another one would be Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, Wrestle Kingdom.
Ooh. Ooh.
That was brutal, bro. They
Yes.
connected on everything. They was precise. Oh my goodness.
I love that type of hard
Yes,
hitting action, man.
yes, yes, yes.
Any other ones?
Any other ones? Let's do Jeff Hardy versus Shawn Michaels, and that
Ooh.
was
Okay.
I'd say that was either 20 no 2007 or 2008, one of the two.
Okay,
And
I
I
like
think,
this list.
yeah, and I think it was for the title. So
Right on, bro. No, I like that list.
yep.
That's a good list. I enjoy that. It's particularly Aleister Black and Buddy Matthews. I like because I remember watching them wrestle during the time that they were wrestling each other, and I always remember saying, "My God, these guys are just like
You
they're just going out there and letting them just go." You know?
you feel me? It's like they know each other's stuff off the back. I'm like, they
Yeah.
didn't even have to go call this.
Yeah, man. No, I agree with you there, man. I definitely do and see that this like those matches there are so like astute to me, like they stand out so because like you get a lot of people on here and they'll say like some typical matches, they'll say matches maybe like uh the 90s SummerSlam with British Bulldog and Bret
or
Hart,
you know,
or Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, or Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair in his retirement match. More and a lot of people. I also have other people that say Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio 1997 Halloween Havoc from WCW.
that's another favorite match of mine too.
That's a good one. That's a good one, right? Like, but I
They
liked your.
cooked. They cooked.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And we have Eric Montgomery. He says, "Sup, good brother, Matt Diesel." Slide in here
Hey,
in the comments. Just come and say what's up real quick. And
Eric,
then
what's
we
going on?
have Brandon Stevenson. He said Hardy versus Michaels. Was that on a Raw? Buddy versus Black had an amazing series, and I think we both agree with that, Diesel.
Yes. Facts. Yeah.
Yeah, he also said Eddie versus Reyes in his top five. That was an amazing match.
Solid.
Great match. But yeah, man, just so much things with what you do that I enjoy. Let me ask you this next question here, man. Like, is there any like favorite moves that maybe you grew up watching that you're like, all right, that's when I become a wrestler, that's a move I want to do?
Easily the Swanton Bomb because I do it.
Yeah. Yes, man. Yes, I had a feeling it was that one. I had a feeling, and I enjoy seeing it. I always love a good swanton bomb because like I always remember growing up and seeing like the senton, and the senton. It's like it's not as graceful as the swanton bomb. But then when I saw
No.
Jeff Hardy start to do it, I was like, man, not only is it like graceful, but it's like effective. Because I remember back when he was landing, boom, right on their chest, like directly,
Yeah, like
and
knocking
like
the wind out.
yeah, the wind right out of them. And like I always thought that was an effective move. So that's a good move, man. Were you heavily influenced by the Hardy Boys, or was it just Jeff Hardy's singles run? Like, was it both of them, or
it
was it just one of them?
it was both of them. It was both of them. Favorite tag team of all time is the Hardy Boys, without a question. So, yep. And but it was mostly Jeff Hardy though. But I
Yeah.
still had love. I still had love for Matt. But Jeff's when every time he hit that swanton bomb, it was nothing but chef's kiss, a thing of beauty. The hang time, the stalling he did, perfect.
No, yeah, I loved it, man. And it's
Yeah,
crazy to see
perfect.
because like I say this all the time, like because I'm an avid like sports watcher. I love sports, mainly basketball, because I played it and then I coached it as well in like some
Okay,
church leagues and whatnot.
dope.
Um, so like when I see the athletes of today, I'm like, man, these athletes, like today's athletes, are like just on another level of like athletic that the cats from the 90s, like everybody compares 90s basketball to today's basketball and yada yada yada. Oh, you was able to do this and that. But I'll say this about today's basketball: the athletes from today are way more freakishly athletic than they were back then. And like you can take that in wrestling too, because like it's there's so much things that I see that are just absolutely incredible. Like I saw something on TNA, I think it was from Rebellion. I don't know who it was, so I apologize. I wish I could reference who it was, but they did like a swanton bomb into like a
Oh, I know who you're talking
540. That
about.
was insane.
You're talking about Leon Slater. Yeah, that's
Okay,
their
that's who they
one. That's one of their newest TNA signees, Leon Slater. Yep.
incredible.
Swanton
Incredible.
Swanton 450. That was beautiful too, though. Not gonna lie.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Yes.
you take the because we were captivated when I was younger and I was watching wrestling, like during the time when the Hardys were just like going, and you talk about TLC matches with the Dudleys and Edge and Christian and
Yep.
whatnot, and
Hmm.
having one-on-one, Edge having one-on-one ladder matches with the Undertaker and getting the breaks beat off of him, but then earning Undertaker's respect. His series that he had with Triple H for the WWE Championship, all that stuff. Like seeing him come up, we were captivated by that Swanton bomb. But now you new athletes here are just so amazing that you can take a Swanton bomb and just go ahead and throw a little 450 in there. I'm like, what is happening, bro? It's crazy.
Hey, that's some insane athletic stuff right there, man. It is like crazy.
Yeah. It is, man. It really is.
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing it, bro. But I I gotta say, bro, I've enjoyed this conversation and it's been a really great one. And I was happy that we was able to get some time because you're doing great work there at Emerge Wrestling. And I know that they're still announcing the card and everything, so we don't know what's waiting in the winds yet. But you're doing great work at pretty much everywhere that people can see you at, and we're starting to see your footprint a little bit more on social media, and that's a part of the game, as you know. That's a part of the game, but I think you navigate it well, and you're learning to put out content that's important to what you're doing and what's important to your career. And
Absolutely.
and I see that in you, that not only do you have the potential to be a great wrestler, but I think you have great potential to be a great professional. And that's important too, is to be a professional.
Absolutely. Professional first.
Yeah, so I think you're
Yes.
gonna be a great pro. You already got a great mindset. It's really cool to be able to have these conversations with you. And I know when I see you on my TV or my phone screen and whatnot, not or streaming services, you know how it is. So
Hell yeah.
I could catch you on TNA Plus or something like that, or maybe I could catch you on the USA Network, or maybe TBS or TNT or something like that. I know when that time comes, man, I'm gonna be going crazy in my living room, like, man, Jesus, don't live it. I'll be going crazy, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great time, bro. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. And this was a great time, bro. And because you indulged me and gave me such a great wrestling conversation, I want to indulge you and give you the opportunity and the platform to plug anything that you want to plug. Let people know where they can find you at, wherever that may be. Where can the household find No Limit Matt Diesel?
All righty. So this week, upcoming, this Friday, I will be at the Jeffersonville Arena for XCF Shane Mercer show. Doors open at 7, showtime 8. This Saturday, I will be at Tri-State Wrestling at the Fitton Arts for Creative Center in Hamilton, Ohio. Show starts at 7, I believe there. I think so. Yep. But you can find me there this weekend. I think the following weekend after that, you can catch me at Gen X May the 3rd in Cynthiana, Kentucky, Larry D's show. And then May 4th, you can catch me in Elyria, Ohio for Mega Wrestling as I make my debut. Y'all want to catch me for that one. So that's what I got coming. Oh, another thing. Got Paradigm May the 10th. And then I have Emerge May the 11th in Columbus, Indiana. Going back
Yes.
to and then the May 10th, going back to Paradigm, it will be in New Albany at Our Lady of Perpetual Hops.
Cool, man. All
Yes.
right. We know exactly where we could catch No Limit Matt Diesel, and I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to be able to catch you as much time as I catch you, whether it's been at Destination 6, whether it's been I will catch you down the line at Wrestle Arts, hopefully Emerge
Yep,
Wrestling. We've ran into each other at a couple of different promotions, and it's it's
absolutely.
it's great because like I don't ever like I know I'm not moving like y'all wrestlers are moving. Like you guys are out there killing it, and I respect everything that you guys are do. That's why I'm here doing what I do, interviewing y'all because of the respect that I have for the business. But I pride myself in being somebody that's willing to go outside and travel a little bit and try my hand, go different places and do commentary at different places or manage at different places or produce, backstage segments at different places. That's what I do. That's what I'm known for. That's what
Mhm.
I pride myself in doing in this business, in the footprint that I'll leave in this business. And the fact that I get a chance to run into cats like you makes it all the more better for me because I actually value like the brotherhood in professional wrestling. Like that's
Mhm.
something that actually means something to me. So if I could point young cats in the right direction of places they can go or stuff like that, like, and I'm once again, I'm not trying to be bigger than what I am or anything like that, but anything I could ever do to help you, bro, I got your back.
Hey, and I appreciate you for that, my brother. And you are damn good at what you do, so keep going, Con.
Appreciate that. Thank you
Keep
so
going.
much. It's appreciated big time, man. And man, it was a great opportunity to talk to you, man. I just want to say one last time, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for gracing the household. And thank you, bro, for gracing in your
Absolutely.
house.
Absolutely. Hey, social media, if you guys want to see me or follow me anywhere, Facebook, Matt Diesel, X, or I call it Twitter, because what is X? The
Yeah, it's
Matt
Twitter, bro.
Diesel. It's still Twitter. But yeah, anyway, Twitter, the Matt Diesel, IG, Instagram, the Matt Diesel, 2 underscores, and TikTok, the Matt Diesel.
Absolutely, guys.
Yes,
So,
sir.
guys, that was my man, Matt Diesel. No Limit, Matt Diesel. Catch him on a television screen near you coming very soon. But, guys, where you guys can catch me at is, of course, here at In Your House as I give you my weekly solo shot on Monday Night Raw. And then Hypocrisy Jones gives you his smoke sessions on SmackDown. And then Sunday, we come together for the Sunday house party where we talk about what's gone on in the past week in professional wrestling. And you guys out there in the podcast, I already know I'm going to get this chopped up, twist it, flip it and reverse it, and get it on the podcast version for you guys out there on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts to listen to. You made us a 5-star podcast on Apple Podcasts. It's appreciated. You guys have made us an internationally listened to podcast. It is appreciated. And we're just going to keep on rolling 5 years strong here at In Your House. You can follow me on IG at The Hollywood House, and you can follow me on X and on Facebook at Hollywood House. And you can follow this great podcast across all those social media platforms. And if you do, when you do that, make sure that you spell my name right. It's Howse, and the W stands for work. So, guys, I really appreciate you guys sliding through. One last thank you to my fantastic guest, No Limit, Matt Diesel. Guys, I need you to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get
Yes,
on
sir.
or get gone because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a
Yes,
great
sir.
day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Yes, sir.